Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief, where I talk about my favorite thing in the entire world, goddamn cryptocurrency. That's right. So I'm back. I went up to the Italian Alps, and apparently there's no Wi-Fi there, so that was fun. And we came back down. It was really great, actually. I went up to 3,000 meters high, which is great. I've been up some big mountains before. Biggest one I think before was like Taishan in China. But this one beat it. So it was in Peo. You go over the Tonal Pass, then into a small town called Peo, then you go up to the 3,000 meters. It was intense, but we did it. We came back. It didn't get killed by a bear. So it's all good. Food up there is amazing as well. A lot of venison, ate a lot of deer, and different kind of unique dishes that you find in the mountains. Mountain people, mountain dishes. Was nice. Now I'm back. So nice to see we're live right now. We're going to talk about SUI, the price of SUI, which has crashed. The whole market's crashed, but I'm focused on SUI. I'm going to look at some projects on SUI, which still are really high potential. Some are pumping it today, hint, hint, and others have just launched. We're going to cover a bunch of different things. And we do have a giveaway, the third attempt to give away 10 million SUI Trump. Can you believe it? I've tried this twice already to give away 10 million SUI Trump, which is worth like $800. And two people were too slow to watch my content and reply within 24 hours that they were going to claim it. So we're going to try that again, because we did get one winner who got 10 million SUI Trump like a week ago. Congratulations to that person. You were on, you saw what happened, you replied to the email I sent within 24 hours, I sent the SUI Trump. So we have one more to give away, and we do also have another airdrop coming up for SUI Trump for the SUI Accelerator or SUI Builder, depending on what you call them, NFT pass holders, which we'll be sending as well. Just trying to figure out how to do it. I don't know, I want to send 1% of the SUI Trump supply, but I'm not sure because the market cap's quite high now if we should do it all in one or do it in two phases. So that's what I'm figuring out right now. But that will be done within, I guess, 24 hours to 48 hours because I have now the list of all holders. So the snapshot has already been taken. So that will be sent as well, which is great because I wanted to get that sent before the launch of SUI DEX and the SUI Trump burns begin. It's important because we don't want added, airdrop pressure on the launch. We want that sorted before the launch. So I'm at work, can't listen, but we'll watch it later, buddy. Nice, from Brett Hartman. Good to hear, good to hear. We do have the Crypto Arborist from Tree on SUI. The Thiquidity is here as well, saying hi. We'll be looking into Tree as well later on today as well. So all in all, let's get into what's going on with SUI then. No more time to waste. Of course, none of this is financial advice. Crypto is extremely risky. You could lose all your money in crypto if you are not careful. So be careful with crypto. High risk, high return. There's no insurance fund for crypto, right? If it goes wrong, you're sawed out of luck, basically. So invest wisely, diversify your investments. And with all that said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy sitting in someone's nonna grandma's home right now, talking about crypto. So let's check out the goings on with everything. Right. So we're in DEX Screener at the moment. Just upgraded this. We can see at the top we have all the different DEXs for SUI. We have Momentum, Bluefin, Cetus, Steam, Turbos, Magma, Full Sail, Aftermath, and FlowX currently at the moment. And we will be adding, and there's Blue Move here as well. We will be adding SUI DEX to this as well once we do launch. We can see that it's a pretty down day for almost everything on SUI. We're seeing low volume and pretty low prices. So some nice bargains would be Walrus, which did have an airdrop. You can check out their X account for that. If you were staking your wall, you can now get something. I got like $200. Thank you very much. And I staked it because I have a long-term vision for wall. It's down to 40 cents, all-time high, about 80 cents, I believe. We can come down, we can see that there is a lot of blood. Same thing, we come to SUI ecosystem over on CoinGecko. We're again going to see there's a lot of blood. There's some movers today. Overtake, SUI Mon, there's two SUI Mon, so one of them is up 14%, and Scallop is up 1%. SUI down to $3.42. And that's really what we want to be thinking about today. SUI down to $3.40 now. It's falling, right? It's lost support. Would be the easiest way to speak about what's going on here. We were trying to get above $4. That's now the second attempt to get above $4 for SUI coin, down to $3.40. And as it falls, we generally see the rest of the SUI market begin to fall down with it, which is fine. I mean, we're used to this. We've gone through bear markets, we've gone through bull markets, and we're still in a bull, but this is definitely a big big juicy dump and a nice buying opportunity, of course. Now, the first coin we're going to look into as we come down all of this, Overtake is a new token, which is why it's pumping. $9 million market cap. Missed that one. Did anyone get Overtake? Blob down 4%. Oh dear, coming down. Bucket token up 1.9%. That's interesting. Keep going. Tardy down 2%. No, oh, what's that? Oh, Sui Trump up 11%. That's right. In all the blood, in all the gore of the Sui chain, we here have Sui Trump up today. Great stuff. $823,000 market cap. Right. So let's do some history lesson on Sui Trump. Sui Trump is my coin. I launched it in October 2024. Its all-time high is actually a little bit higher than what we're at right now, which is interesting. I'll bring up a chart. So why is Sui Trump pumping like this when the whole of the crypto market is bleeding? Sui's crashing. Everything's crashing. Why, oh why is Sui Trump up? Well, if anyone in the comment section live, chat, if you want to tell me why Sui Trump's up, let me know, because I'm sure some people who are watching right now know what's up. For all you watchers thinking, why, Rich? Why is Sui Trump doing well? So this is the all-time chart for Sui Trump on Cetus DEX, right? So you can see when we did launch, we had a meteoric rise, like most meme coins were doing in October, especially because it was around the time of the election, and Sui Trump went from $10,000 market cap all the way up to $1 million market cap, okay? We have then dumped down all the way down to like 120,000, 150,000. We've rallied back up, we've dumped down, and now we're rallying back up, and we're closing in on all-time highs. Anyone in the chat wants to tell me why? Why are we closing on all-time highs? Richie Legend? Well, that might be why, but I don't think just me being a legend is why the coin's pumping. Because we've had this for a year. It has still not reached its all-time high in a year, right? If we come to Sui Trump's website, we might get a little bit more information. So you can come to sui-trump.com. This is where you can also find links to buy. You can find the CoinGecko link. You can find links to Sui DEX, which we're going to be mentioning. It's a meme coin on Sui. Its token address is here. Buy it on Cetus, Bluemove, Bluefin, Nexa, Aftermath, or Sui Rewards Me. This is the different links you can buy. You can download the Sui wallet or a nightly wallet to do this. And you can follow our socials as well. Following our X account is always a good idea because you'll get all the news information. And the safest way to engage with us would be joining our Telegram so that you can talk to us and see what's going on, right? So the whole reason why Sui Trump is pumping, if we did get comment about it or not, we got the arborist, huge pump, massive pump, yeah. Well, no one's telling them, so I'm going to tell you. The whole reason why we are pumping is because of Sui DEX. So Sui DEX is a platform which we have made to support Sui Trump. So Sui Trump is going to be transitioning into the moniker of meme coin mascot for Sui DEX. Sui DEX is our own decentralized trading DEX with a yield farm. The whole purpose of Sui DEX is that you can swap tokens on Sui DEX like you do on other DEXs. You can pool your assets into liquidity to then earn our new token, Victory token, right? So you can read all about what Sui DEX is and the raise, which we already filled, which was $100,000, which was filled in 13 minutes. That was a month and a bit ago. But what we want to know about and why Sui Trump is pumping is here, right? So the whole idea that I came up with for making Sui DEX was that all these yield farms earn incredible fees for their founders, really amazing fees. If you talk about millions to billions of dollars of TVL and volume going through these DEXs and fees from yield farms and things, right? Generally, the dev will just take all those fees and they pocket them, right? You're talking about tens of thousands of dollars daily of basically pocket money, right? Of salary. What I just wanted to do with Sui DEX to help Sui Trump was to use the fees from Sui DEX to buy Sui Trump and burn it. Now, this has not yet begun. So a lot of people with knowledge, deep knowledge of crypto know that once buy and burn starts on tokens, they rocket up in value and their circulating supply goes down and the volume of purchasing rockets up as well, which attracts new people to find out about the coin. So this is what's really pulling this incredible momentum up from, we're up 200% up from June, right? Which is still not amazing. It's great, but it's not mind bending. We're still a very low market cap. 829,000 isn't massive, right? So it's still a great buy at the moment to get yourself a bag of Sui Trump. And then, of course, with the whole idea of being a trading DEX and yield farm, we're going to be able to also offer passive income yield for Sui Trump holders using this as well. So just come and check out the holders as well for Sui Trump coin. So we have 7,625 holders. I do believe quite a lot of these are bots, but that's crypto. It's going to be botted, being honest with you here. The volume today is still quite low, right? Only $3,000 volume, but the market cap keeps continuing to go up, right? In terms of holders, we have Sui Trump coin. This is the marketing wallet. So this is holding the largest supply. 5% here would be our burn liquidity, which is on Blue Move DEX, where we bonded, where we launched. Then we have other liquidity also, which would be probably this one is Cetus. We then have some of our legendary holders like J Ripto, Send It Now, JT DeFi, Crypto Mischief. Yep, that's me. I've got 2% of the supply in my wallet, so I've never sold a token. Never. We've never sold. We don't sell Sui Trump. We're waiting to earn on it, right? We have Brett Prince, number 10, coming in, right? So some of these, Richie by name, Ben Boy OX, some of these, Jimmy Jazz, 1.21% of the supply as well. So some of these guys, they are real community members. They're in our chat every day. They're supporting the project, and they know what's coming. So that's why they continue to DCA. It's not like they bought all these tokens in a wonder. They actually continued to DCA into Sui Trump because they believe in what's coming. So the whole idea is that you're going to be able to take your Sui Trump, pair it with Sui, put it into Sui DEX, and start earning victory coin. While all that's happening, there'll be a buy and burn of Sui Trump, which will reduce the circulating supply, adding more buy pressure, more attention to the coin. And this is not just for Sui Trump that Sui DEX exists. You're going to have a whole plethora of coins. You can select a pool on Sui Farm, add your liquidity, deposit your liquidity, and claim your rewards, right? And if you really believe in the system we're building, with our reward token, Victory Token, we're also going to have a single stake for the reward token where you can earn 40% of the fees which our DEX makes. So that's 40% of the fees going to buy and burn Sui Trump, 40% of the fees going to revenue share, 20% of the fees for marketing, salaries, servers, paying for, Twitter Blue, all these things, right, that cost money running the business, but we don't need the 100%. That's why we're splitting up 80% of it and giving it back to the people. This is the ultimate community launch DEX project. Why did we choose Sui? Because I really firmly believe in Sui and how it works. So that's the big picture. That's why today, or this whole week, this whole 2 months, you're seeing Sui Trump continuing its meteoric rise. You're seeing our solid community members, are firm holders of the coin, DCAing and buying up more of the token, and you're going to see lots of new people come into Sui Trump very soon. So definitely not one to fade. And as I say, in the market, in terms of what's going on, we are in the 24-hour up 10% today, and the whole market's bleeding. What does that mean then? So when Sui was up at $4, $4.20, $4.30 earlier, just a couple of weeks ago, we weren't at $800,000 market cap. We were around about 600,000. But Sui's gone down to $3.40 or something, right? And we've gone up to $800,000 market cap, up and beyond. So if and when the price correction comes in the market and Sui starts going up again, which I do believe it does, like the thumbnail I put on this video was a bit salacious, right? I was saying, Sui's never going to recover. Sui's never going to, never going to make it happen, but it will come back. It's going to be $10. And when the recovery does happen, that means that actually Sui Trump is now priced above the general ratio it's been trading in worth Sui for the past year almost, which means that hitting into that $1 million and beyond market cap is a very big reality. If we see a 20% pump in Sui in the next week or 2 weeks, and Sui Trump just holds its line, we will be above $1 million market cap. It's maths, right? So that's not even taking into account the launch of Sui DEX. So Sui DEX, as I showed you in the Sui Trump website, you can actually come to suidex.org and you can find out more about Sui DEX and how we are launching. So we did have a hiccup with launch, which was to do with our auditor, and their advice, suggestions that we should take more time to audit our code, which is perfectly fine with me. I was, we had a meeting, they put their cards on the table, they said their piece, and I agreed. So I said, okay, let's take a little bit more time to do some more private auditing on our contracts. So we have now finished, I believe, the private auditing on our contracts. So we have 3 audits run on the contracts, 3 contracts. Now we have a meeting plan with Hack'n'Proof, where we're going to be presenting these private audits, which were from our prior competition, which we did with Hack'n'Proof, where we improved our code. And then we're going to do something called dual defense with SUIDEX contracts on Hack'n'Proof, which is incentivizing all of the hackers who are registered to Hack'n'Proof, which is a kind of crowdsourced audit space, right? So we're going to get hundreds of people coming in and attempting to find critical bugs inside of SUIDEX. What's a critical bug? Critical bug is defined as 2 things. The first would be if it can take your, if it can lock your funds forever and you can never get anything back from them, that would be a critical error. And the other one is if the contract is exploitable and you can completely steal, if someone could come in and steal all the funds out of the contract. So there's the 2 things they're looking for, which are the most important, I believe, to be checked for critical bugs. So that's beginning as well. So this is really the last sprint before launch, and I'm okay with it because I think people don't mind taking more time because of security. I really don't think so. Like, there are exploits, horrible things that happen in crypto every single week, and we don't want to be one of them. We want to be set up for the long term and set up to just continue to make great money for our holders and be a really successful project running in DeFi. And that's what SUIDEX is. That's what we're going to be. So that's the pitch for SUIDEX. How does it work? So if you come to dex.suidex.org, you'll just see like the front end of our site and how it all works basically. I'll go through it quickly. So you can swap tokens. You can choose your tokens here, the ones you want to choose. Oh, my computer's overheating. I'm traveling, right? So I've got a really old laptop. It gets hot very fast if I do lives. Travel computer. Yeah, so you can choose like your coins that you want to swap, of course. Swap them back and forth. You can then pool your coins into liquidity with SUIDEX. Then you can come to the juicy part, which everyone wants to know about, which is SUIDEX Farm, right? It's all about winning, right? Sui Farm, where you can pool up your tokens in our farms, right? By going into our farms, you can then earn the victory token. So we're incentivizing the liquidity providers by paying them a brand new token. And while all this is happening, we're buying and burning Sui Trump. So this is what's coming. Just please be a little patient with us just getting the last checks and last agreements from our auditors before we get going with launch. It's important. Really want to launch hand in hand with Hack'n'Proof because they are top tier when it comes to Sui auditors, and they will give us a foot in the door to have conversations with the Sui Foundation. If we can get any kind of conversation going with Sui Foundation, then I'm pretty sure anyone who is in the private raise or is waiting for getting into SUIDEX or a Sui Trump holder will be extremely happy with that. If we can get any kind of conversation going with them, then that's very important. Take all the time you need. We will. Well, here we go. Do we know the new launch date? Like I said, we need to have this final meeting, and then we start the dual defense, and then we're going to be able to give you the date for the final launch date. But before that, I'm not going to give any numbers. Speaking frankly, I had a meeting with our dev team before we set the launch timer, and I did say, are we 100%, 110% certain that we're going to be able to launch on this day? And they all said yes, and then we weren't able to launch. So I'm not even, until I'm 100% sure, then we're not doing it again. That's the only way to do. Victory token will be epic. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Okay, so that's pretty much why Sui Trump's going up and up and up. Fantastic stuff. So let's check out some other things on Sui, which are also new and interesting prospects for Sui. If you're in the comments section live, you want me to check out any project on Sui, then please let me know, and we will check them out straight away. So the first one we want to check out is we'll come to Moonbags. So Moonbags is where you're going to be able to find newly launched tokens or high potential tokens. I do have an eye on Moonbags all the time because as one of our core aims at SuiDex is to offer reward pools for high potential and fantastic coins, which are growing on Sui, right? So you can come here and you can just come to, I think it's, where are we going? Launch app, yeah. So come to launch app for Moonbags, you're going to find a bunch of coins. So we're going to check out one or two of them today. First one I want to check out is Tree, because we do have the Crypto Arborist, the developer of Tree, in the chat, right? And this is a good token. It has a good dev. It's got a cool website. Let's go to the website. And the token is currently undervalued. Dun, 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 undervalued token. Yes, that's right. How is that? Why is it undervalued? It's undervalued because let's check out the metrics here. See this DB, 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 DB. That means developer bot, right? Look, you can check out the history of this coin. If we go on the daily, we're going to see dev bot a lot because the dev keeps buying, right? Why does the dev keep buying his own token? Because he believes in what he's building with the Thiquidity token. Thiquidity. I'm saying it wrong. I say Thiquidity, but it's Thiquidity. Yeah. So I hold in this wallet, I have a stake of 35 million of the token in this wallet, which I'm staking, and then I earn myself Sui from this, right? Which is great. So I'm just staking the token, holding steady, being patient while the dev does his work with this coin. You can buy this on Turbos. You can also buy it on RaidenX, I believe, and Moonbags as well. Is this token. We'll come here and we're going to find the website, which is going to be giving a look into the bigger vision for what this token is. It's called Tree because Peter, the developer, is an arborist, right? And arborists work with trees. So this is a project which is near and dear to his heart. Planting the seeds to financial freedom with the water droplets of the Sui network. Join the Tree movement, a fair launch token with robust utility and thick liquidity for a thriving DeFi ecosystem. So they are going to be launching NF trees. There's a lot of puns here. Utility NF trees are going to be in development. The NF trees, they do have a light paper somewhere for it. Here we are. Tree NFTs. So I'm quite interested in this, okay? So Tree NFTs unlock monthly Sui airdrops. Are we viewing this page? Let me just check. Yeah. Monthly Sui airdrops from staking pools funded by developers with 80% of sales fueling Tree buybacks for locked liquidity. 5% will be donated to treefund.org and be live streamed on YouTube with receipt for verification. Gain access to explosive gaming opportunities as a holder and unlock ongoing ecosystem benefits. Crafted with stunning worldly tree designs, the arborist-inspired details, 5% of every sale supports treefund.org, donated live on Crypto Arborist's YouTube channel. NFT games will be being developed in Q4 2025, starting September, right? So this is the Tree NFTs and the Tree Forest. Okay, cool. Nice site. And these NF trees are going to be amazing. Why? Because the whole idea, how many different species of trees do we have? Let's check out the light paper. Thiquidity light paper. Nice. See, so this is a well thought out project. This is exactly what we want to see on Sui building, right? Long-term vision, understanding their audience, making a difference in the world, improving the tree ecosystem. Tree NFT rewards and passive income from owning these NFTs as well. Staking rewards from staking your tree. So it's not just a meme coin. You can stake the coin and earn yourself passive income. You can soon invest into these trees and also earn passive income from them as well. And of course, they have the whole collection aspect as well of an NF tree. Like they could have all different species of trees. Quite interesting. So definitely want to check out the Tree. The best way to buy, in my opinion, would probably be either buy on Moonbags, RaidenX, or Turbos, okay? And if you want to buy on Moonbags, you go to moonbags.io, just here, and then that's where you can buy the token. And you can just come here to buy on the top right, put in the amount of Sui you want to spend, and then you buy, boom. You can also come to RaidenX, buy with them, and you can also buy on Cetus as well. This quite tricky sometimes to find these projects, but once you know that they exist, that's when you can really make great cash from investing early and finding the right ones. $76,000 market cap right now. All-time high, I think, was 300,000. And high potential can really go anywhere, right? You could also come to Deck Screener to find it, and then I guess you just put in tree, and it might come up. Let's have a look. Tree. You have to find SUI network, find tree. That's a bit trickier. Here we go. So here we have a CETUS pool of tree, market cap 78,000, liquidity 20,000, and volume 1,800. So this would be the one. This is the one you want to check because it has the liquidity that you need and it has the market cap, which is the same as Moonbags. And this is where you could also come down here and then you could copy the contract address here of tree, copy that, or you could just come straight to Turbo's finance and then you can paste that into Turbo's and then you'll be able to find it without any problem, or go to their X account, their website, join their Telegram, then find out all about that. So that is tree. Let's see if we have any comments about tree or any other things. We have comments from the dev. All-time high market cap was 334. Yeah, I was about right. Good. So that was a nice pump. Usually these kind of Moonbags launches will have an epic pump and then a rebalance. And then as the developer proves his metal or his wood, then they get back going to even higher all-time highs. So it's basically just supporting the project, holding tight, telling other people about it to get more holders and more community, while the developer starts to work on the NF trees and the passive income opportunities, which he's putting out for the liquidity token. Right, so that's tree. Let's check out then another one that launched yesterday, which caught my interest. So this is actually a coin by a developer who I know quite well, called Kyle's Coins, I believe. So this is currently bonding. It's not bonded yet. So this is always a nice opportunity to get in there and get the token before it's even on the DEX that they've chosen. This is going to be bonding on CETUS, but right now you can only buy it on Moonbags. So how did I find this one? Very simple. You come to moonbags.io and it's actually right here. The Aqua on SUI. Aqua is the king of the sea, I guess is what they call it. It's the one to pay attention to, but be very careful. Why should you be very careful? Because yesterday we saw many of this coin, copycat coins, launching at the same time. And a lot of people, I don't know if we can find them now, hopefully they got rid of them. So there's only one real token. The other ones were rugs, essentially. So you want to just choose the right one. Only 66 holders. So just growing their community out right now. And this is the token. So they did launch very quickly and pumped, then rebalanced, very choppy, and is currently deciding whether it's going to bond or go into a bit more of a battle to bond, okay? So this is on less than 24 hours, market cap of $20,000. And you can see I bought some tokens. So I have $200 of tokens on this wallet, and we can come to manage. What I did, I bought the tokens, I staked them, so I have 10 million tokens here. And now all I can, I can come here, you can distribute the trading fees on the old Moonbags, and then I can claim out the SUI token. So by just buying the token, talking about the token, supporting the developer, I can now just sit back and earn SUI while I'm patient. So that's why I like Moonbags. Actually gives the developers time to continue to build out their networking. They need to get the deck screener ads. They need to get the rating going. They need to tell everyone about it. And while that's going on, I can claim out some SUI. More SUI for daddy. That's what I. So Aqua is a cat-based meme coin on SUI, and let's see if this can become a strong contender for going forward in the SUI space. That's what we want to see. We want to see better devs. We want to see great tokens. We want to see loads of volume and pumping tokens. That's what we really want to see in this space. Website is here, AquaCat Coin, which talks about the coin, caught in the rain, but making it rain on SUI network. And you can buy it here. Talks about the legend of Aqua. It's the cat who hates umbrellas. They launch on Moonbags, and they have their Tokenomics, 100% fair launch forecast. Do they have anything big coming? Partnerships, meme deck, promotions, bonding curve strategy, marketing blitz, merchandise, NFT collection, strategic partnerships, social impact. Okay, so straight up meme coin, and they have a meme generator, which you can see soon. which is also going to be working as well. So nice site, well put together. And because, like I said, another great dev coming to Sui Network, let's support his coin, buy it, hold it, wait for the pump. That's the way. That's the way. Let's check out one more thing on Sui. This is awesome. This is unbelievably awesome. Then we're going to do the draw for 10 million Sui Trump. Okay, so potato is great. Let's come to Potato Land. So I like Potato Land. What is Potato Land? Potato Land is an NFT game on Sui where you can buy land. So you can see I have land here. Different land pieces have different objects. Some have trees, some have gold, some have mountains, some have rocks, some have iron, right? Some have coal. They have different rarities and they earn different amounts of resources every day. So you can see like this one here is, this one has crystal. So I have a small pool of crystal on this land here, as you can see from the picture. Once you stake your land, you start earning resources. So if I come here, you can see I have resource productions, so I can claim my resources. Every day I'm making about $4 to $5 currently in resources with my land, because these are all tokens I'm earning. You can swap all these tokens. You can trade all of them, which is amazing, right? So if I come to my backpack, you can see I've got 96 bucks of stuff in my backpack. Then from there, I can come and I can start building tools. So we have tools here. These are all my tools I've been building and working on. And I can also craft new things. So for example, if I wanted to build an idol of Axonorama, let's craft an idol. This increases your chance of getting rare resources every time you claim, every 24 hours. So each one of these as well that you make can be different kind of rarity. You can have a common, you can have a rare, you can have an epic or a legendary. And if you get an epic or legendary, then you can actually sell these on Tradeport as NFTs for quite tidy profit. You can also craft from your resources, you can craft other things. Here I'm going to craft a gold bar, right? I can then craft this gold bar, then I can sell it on the swap as a token. So there's so many ways to play through this game. You could just stack up your assets and get more and more items and try and build a really strong potato land. Or you could just use this as a yield farm and earn your resources and sell them every day on the open market. Because for example, if I did want to sell something, here we have iron bar. Right, it says I don't have enough resources, so I come here, get more coal, right? So here's our swap. So for example, all the coal I have right now, I have 6 coal. Let's go to something a bit better. I have crystal, I'm sure. Yeah, crystal, right. I have crystal. If I sold all my crystal, which is 2 crystal, which I managed to farm so far, I can get 46 bucks. Yeah. Right, so you can sell them instantly by just farming, getting assets, and selling them on. This is a really, really, really nice game. I like it a lot. You can also go over to Tradeport, and then you can sell your NFTs at the same time. High hopes. Let's talk about Tree. High hopes for Tree. Sound little project with room to grow huge. Exactly right. Exactly. That's what we want to see. We have Pavel here. Pavel is in the house. Welcome, Pavel. Hi, guys. Pavel has a nice YouTube channel as well. You should check out his channel, by the way. Right. So let's get into the giveaway. I think that's an important thing to do today. We have the wheel. Right, so again, the rules for this, I'm going to call a winner. The winners are from the first people who joined the waiting list for Sui Dex months ago, right? Promised an airdrop, this is happening. 2 people getting 10 million. 10 million has already been given to 1 person. We've drawn twice for someone to get the second 10 million Sui Trump, which is about $800, and twice they have not responded to me within the 24-hour timeline. So one more time, let's shuffle the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. Love a good giveaway. The winner is 148. Okay. Okay, we have it here. Rishav Kumar at gmail.com is the winner. Right. So I'm going to be emailing Rishav Kumar at gmail.com. You have 24 hours to respond to me, and then I already have your wallet address. All you need to say is, yes, sir, and then I will be sending that over to you. So hopefully, not another person lets $800 of token value slip through their hands. God. Okay, let's check out one or two more things, then I'm going to head off for the day. The next thing we're going to check out is Walrus. Claim Walrus. Walrus. Yeah, okay. This is a really easy one. If you stake your Walrus, you can come to claim.walrus.xyz, claim.walrus.xyz, and you can claim your Walrus airdrop. Free money into your hands. You can then decide if you want to stake your Walrus or just sell it for cash. You can decide, you can choose, right? What I do with my Walrus is, if we come to Walrus XYZ, okay. What I do is I've come to use, and then I stake my wall, and I'm just basically buying more and more Walrus, and then I stake it. So far in this wall, I've got 2,500 Walrus staked, and I just stake it in there. And we earn airdrops whenever they feel like sending them. I'm very bullish on Walrus. I think it's going to go to well over $1 in price. So I'm just sitting it all here and waiting for the explosion. Walrus is like Google Drive, but it exists on the blockchain. Amazing tech, right? You can actually store information on the blockchain. So it can never be deleted. It's there forever. That's what Walrus is enabling. Also does servers, so people can run websites as well through Walrus. Very cool tech, and it's going to be huge. Oh, that's this tab here. It's going to be huge. Okay, so that's pretty much all the things I want to talk about. We can just talk about Sui a little bit and price. I'm going to give a prediction. Sui price prediction. Okay. This could be fun. Sui price prediction. Right. Chat. Everyone in the chat, write in what your price prediction for Sui is going to be in October. Right. October 1st. What's the price of Sui? Tell me. And I'll tell you what I think. Let's see what everyone gets in. Right. October 1st. What's the price of Sui? Come on, tell me. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? I think, well, I'm going to wait for some replies to come in. Come on, chat. Tell me. Price of Sui, October 1st. What's it going to be? $5.2, says KevT. KevT's bullish. God, if it is, then that's amazing. Imagine that. Be great. $5.2. Is that all-time high? No, that's not all-time high. $6.47. Okay, we're bullish. We're bullish. $6 from Richard. Brett Prince says $6.47. Everyone's bullish. So by October, we're breaking all-time highs. I was having a talk with my mate today about Sui, and he's saying he sold all the Sui because he thinks it's lost the support, and now it's going to crash. I was like, I don't know. I think all-time high is on CoinGecko, $5.24. Yeah, see, we're going back to all-time highs and beyond by October, is what the chat's saying. If there's no response from the winner, maybe you can draw this 10 million among 10 members, and there will be 10 happy members. Yeah, I'd like to do that, but I like giving away like a huge bag to one person because it's more fun. And I'll also proves my point a little bit that, you know, people are happy to accept airdrops, but they're not, you know, willing to join in the community and be on board 24/7 like a cult, because that's what we need, right? We need to be a cult to survive in crypto. So, and how do you make people join cults? You incentivize them massively with huge prizes. Next, we have CryptoKC, $5.85. Okay, so we're all bullish for October 1st. So my prediction for Sui in October 1st is gonna have to be, I think $4.50. I think we're going to be stuck in this for a while. I think we're going to be stuck in the gray zone for Sui for a long time. It is trending up, right? We are trending upwards. And yeah, I think we're going to break forward. Oh yeah, I'm going to go $4.50. $4.50. That's what I'm going to go for. We're going to break through this because we're just trending up. Yeah. So by October, I don't think we'll be breaking into $5 yet, but I think we'll be up above our current highs, $4.15. Yeah, $4.50 is what I'm going for. So let's see. Cult need good landscaping. They do. Cults do need landscaping. Yeah. So that's pretty much the stream. Last things I want to say is just that, like I said before, with SuiDex and the launch, we are just waiting to have the call with Hackenproof. We are going to present the clean audits. We did get 3 audits back from our private auditor. Everything was perfect, squeaky clean. Really happy about that. So the DEX looks great, the farm looks great, the token locker looks fantastic. So we just have to have the meeting and start the dual defense, and then get the okay guys, go from them, and then we can launch with the full backing, which is really important to launch with that. So that's what we're waiting on. And one other thing, I was talking with Crypto Arborist. He said he's going to start rating the tree token, but he's going to be paying Sui Trump to raiders for a while, which is quite cool. So if you do want to earn some more Sui Trump, you can come to Thiquidity on X. Let's go there. And then you can join their Telegram, join their radar bot, and you can earn Sui Trump token by raiding with the tree token. Essentially, so it's going to be working. I think. Am I on this sharing the screen? No. Yeah, here. Yeah, here. So who's ready for SuiDex to launch and send Sui Trump coin to the moon? Looking forward to see what SuiDex has in store for Tree on Sui Network as well. Website treetoken.net. So yeah, they're going to be paying out the. I'm going to like that. I'm going to retweet that. They're going to be paying out Sui Trump to the raiders of Tree token. And of course, with Sui Trump, you can also earn money by raiding. You can earn Sui Trump token as well by raiding with Sui Trump in our Telegram. We pay out about $200 to $250 a week to our raiders. So that's also a great way that you can join, get involved with this as well. Wow, we have 98 people watching the SuiDex stream on X at the moment. That's great. Total combined viewers across all networks is 200 people. Cool. So that's nice to see. So I know a lot of people are watching for SuiDex content because you want to know when launch. So I'm just explaining, I'll just say it one more time, I guess, that we are going to be launching as soon as we get the all go, the thumbs up from our audit partners. Super important for that. So the most bullish way, would you rather we launch now without the backing of our audit team, which we've been working with for over a month, and then they just kind of wash their hands with us and we go on, and then we launch, and then they're like, okay, do what you want, we're not going to talk to you anymore? Or should we, compromise with them and launch with their backing? Of course, we should launch with their backing. This is business, right? You don't want to burn any bridges. So for me, it was a no-brainer. It's just, okay, sure, guys, let's do it your way. Because they do have a wealth of experience, over 10 years of experience in crypto as well. So it's not their first time dealing with new projects or launching projects, these kind of things. So we got to take their advice. Otherwise, we'd be morons, absolute, complete imbeciles if we did it like that way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right. I'm going to go and complete our Discord. Yeah, we're going to make a Discord for SuiDex as well. So the Discord will be going live hopefully today. So people have asked for a Discord. Apparently, it's more serious than Telegram. So I'm going to give the people what they want. And just a reminder to our winner, Rishav098 Kumar at Gmail, you better check your Gmail in 24 hours or you're not going to get those tokens. Let's just check the Sui Trump chart one more time before we head off. How about that? Just for the excitement of the pump. Love a good pump day. It's like nothing. There's no better feeling than when your token's just ripping and everyone else, like all the big boy tokens, are just dumping. Love that feeling. How we're doing? We're good. We're good. We're seeing some activity. We need to get a higher volume going, but that's exactly why we're launching SuiDex. We're going to see much higher volume on the token once we do launch, which is awesome. Rip it up. Who wouldn't buy that? Look at this chart. The most beautiful chart I've ever seen would be the Sui Trump chart. Let's go on the daily. Look at this. How bullish is that? right? This is a year chart almost. It's an 11-month chart. All-time high, dump, recovery, dump, and now recovery to all-time high. You know, your finger should be over the buy button right now. This is not financial advice, by the way. This is just FOMO. Epic FOMO. Awesome stuff. And congratulations to almost everyone who bought Sui Trump, apart from the guys who bought the all-time high, which would be a couple people who bought it here. But everyone else who bought the token is in profit if you held. If you hodled, you won. You're a winner. It's all about winning. Nice. Good stuff. Okay. I am going to head off. I think that's me covered everything I wanted to talk about today that I like on Sui at the moment. Tree. Check out Aqua. Let's see if it has the potential to make it. And Potato Land. Really fun. And of course, Sui Dex, Sui Trump. They'll cover it. Peace. Any more comments? TikTok. TikTok. Oh, you want me to get a TikTok? Come on, man. Seriously? TikTok. I'm like 40 years old, man. Why do I need TikTok? Like, it's for kids. What am I going to do? Dance? I'm going to dance on TikTok? No. Well, I'm not doing a TikTok. You can do a TikTok. Or we both have kids. What we can do is we can get our kids to open the TikTok for us, and then they can do it, you know. I'll get a Snapchat as well. Sui Trump Snapchat. TikTok, no, never. No. I'm making a Discord. I hate Discord. I really fucking hate Discord. So I'm going to make a Discord, and it's going to be hopefully managed by some really nice people. And I'll come in and out. You know, I love Telegram. I like Telegram because it's just a stream of consciousness of everyone just saying whatever they want all the time. Like, I love the mayhem of Telegram, and you can kind of read through everything and see the feeling in the room and how everyone's going, and like there's bots firing all the time, and like Discord is just a little bit too organized for me, and I always get scammed, or people attempt to scam me in Discord, so that's why I don't like it too much. I bought that 2024 all-time high. I think it's recorded on Telegram history last year. Nice. Brett bought the top. Great stream. Thanks for joining, everyone, and we will catch you very soon. Hopefully, a day or two, we're going to have some really tremendous news about the rollout, the launch plan for Sui Dex. I just thought I'd pop in to say hi and let everyone know that everything's going perfectly and everything's on course. Not on time. We're not on time. We're late, but we are on course, which is just as important. Cool. Peace. Be good to everyone. Be good to each other. And as always, don't get wrecked.